I'm so stoked for you right now.
I'm excited. I'm really happy I made it to day 3.
Yeah.
Like I don't know.
Never had a doubt, guys.
I was hoping, but there was a little bit of a maybe it won't go my way.
Tell you what, let's have you go ahead and shift yourself so you're facing John a little more.
You just gonna talk to me, don't look at them, don't worry about them, no big deal. We're just gonna chat about stuff you know a lot about, and I know maybe just a little bit of pretend to on TV. And the first one is the easiest one. When I get the go ahead, Chris.
Ready on my side.
Okay, awesome. First and last name and where you're from, please.
So I'm Allison Zane, and I'm from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania.
You are a remarkable story for a number of reasons, not the least of which is the fact that you are the first lady competitor at the AG Cup. You're not the first one to be invited, but you're the first one to actually show up and do it. How does that feel?
It's really cool. I mean, I'm really excited to be able to kind of show people like you can be a junior, you can be a lady. You know, you don't have to fit in this like box. You can do it no matter who you are in the sport.
That's an interesting thing about this sport, and you've spoken about that before. You know, these guys are starting to defer to you. You have a lot of credibility, and obviously second overall in the 2-day AG Cup match. What's the secret sauce? How did we get here?
A lot of practice, a lot of time. I put a lot of time into this. I do a lot of dry fire, but I think it's taken me. I've been shooting for about 3 years now in precision rifle, and it's just working and putting in the work and trying to make it. Like, I've made myself a goal. Like, I really wanted to get here, and hopefully I can do really well tomorrow, but just creating a goal for myself and hoping to reach it.
At 16 years old, are you a junior? Are you a sophomore in high school?
I'm a junior.
Junior in high school. Okay,
Yeah.
Awesome. I don't know. I've lost my train of thought, but it is so incredibly cool to have somebody at 16 years old competitive on a world level to the point where you are collecting money. What are you going to do with the money?
I'm hoping to buy a car because I'm going to be getting my license soon, and hopefully I can buy a car and then hopefully invest back into shooting next year and the following years.
At what point in precision competition did you know this was for you?
I mean, kind of right when I started. I got into my first national level competition when I was at 13. It was a 22 national level competition, and I got there, and the first day I ended up doing really, really good, and I'm just I love this. I just want to keep doing this. It's something different. It's not like basketball or school sport or something I used to play. It's just really clicked for me.
It's starting to pay off, too.
Yeah.
Speaking of pay off, how much money do you have so far in the 2-day match?
I've made $3,000, so I've won 3 stages so far.
That's amazing. There's a lot of money up for grabs tomorrow, big money.
Yeah.
Does that change the way you shoot? Is there any pressure in that for you? Are you even thinking about that?
I'm not really thinking about that. I thought I'd be a little more nervous coming into this, but I haven't been nervous at all. I don't think I'm going to be nervous tomorrow. I think I'm just going to go and shoot. And I just want to continue showing people I know what I'm doing. I can be here, and yeah.
You certainly can be here, and you clearly know what you're doing. Take me through the rifle and the companies that support you and have gotten you here.
So starting off with just my build, my action is Defiance Machine Ruckus action. My barrels are from Hawk Hill. It's a marksman contour barrel. I shoot an MDT, the Modern Driven Technologies ACC chassis, and it is painted Tiffany blue by Short Action Customs. They build all my rifles as well. I shoot a Vortex Gen 3 with a 7D reticle. In it, a Huber 2-stage trigger at 1.5 pounds. The bipods I use are the Gen 2 psych pods. The bubble level I use is it's by Long Range Arms. It's one of the electronic bubble levels as well. And then Armageddon gear, I use a pint-sized Game Changer normally. And RCX plate, that's the 2 things I always shoot with when I'm just shooting any sort of stage. Shoot an APA break, and I think that's it. I
What's
could
caliber?
think. Oh, it's 6 Creed. And I shoot 109s.
When
Burgers.
others are choosing Dashers or GTs, these shorter cases, why the Creedmoor?
I've been shooting a Creedmoor for 3 years. It's just something I've been comfortable with. It's taken some time, but I've learned how to spot it and figured out how to manage the recoil. It's just what I've always been comfortable with. And yeah, I've never found the need to go to a smaller caliber. I like the caliber I'm at.
Right on. There's been some challenging weather in the last 2 days. I mean, big storms and now cold and wind, and it's going to be cold again tomorrow. How does that play into your game, if at all?
I was a little nervous come this morning. There was a lot of wind this morning, and I got a little nervous because usually, at a regular match, you have the comfort of your other people in your squad. Usually can bounce ideas off of, and obviously you don't have that opportunity here. So that made me a little nervous going into my first stage. But as I kind of got into it, I realized I know what I'm doing. I can trust my own ability to figure out what wind call I have to use and stuff. So it didn't really change my game much. It made me a little nervous, but overall I think it showed me as a shooter that I don't need to rely. I know that I don't need to rely on other people now to be able to figure out wind calls and stuff like that.
That has to feel good. I mean, that's a level of confidence that not a lot of people get.
Yeah.
And obviously, at this point, second overall in the biggest money 2-day match in history. You think you can win tomorrow?
I'm gonna really try to. I really hope I can. Like I said, I put in a lot of work at this, and I think I can if I have my head screwed on right tomorrow and just shoot my game.
Awesome. That's everything I needed. I'm gonna get your mom and dad in real quick. Okay, beat it.
All right.
Frank, you and I have talked a number of times over the years at different events when it's been remarkable that your teenage daughter, is competitive on this level, but now we're at the pinnacle. It doesn't get any more competitive than this, and there's money here, and there's a very limited field of the best shooters, and she's second overall in the 2-day match. That has to feel good as a dad.
Oh, it feels awesome just to watch her perform at that level. But she definitely puts the work in day-to-day, dry fire practice, watches all kinds of videos.
The work is clearly paying off, but there's also, there's a talent. There has to be some talent there because anybody can watch videos, anybody can dry fire all day long, but you're not necessarily going to be second overall in the 2-day Armageddon match leading into potentially a 5-figure payday. Mom, what do you think is what is it? What's the secret? What is it?
I don't know. She has quite an ability to stay calm. We haven't quite figured out what that is, but she keeps her head on, doesn't let pressure get to her.
Really, I believe it comes down to her mindset, which you can't train or teach. It's very hard to train or teach someone a mindset.
How is it for you guys watching? Is this fun? Is this nerve-wracking? What is it?
It's fun, but it's extremely nerve-wracking, to say the least, to watch your children perform, and it's just very nerve-wracking.
We're more stressed than she is at matches.
I'm interested in the fact that she's sitting right now at $3,000 in the bank with a chance to earn as much as, potentially another 30 grand, 35 grand tomorrow for the podium and stage wins. And she's talking about buying a car. Thoughts on that? Guidance there for the 16-year-old where we don't spend this newfound money?
Yeah.
Well, she doesn't even have her license yet, almost. Next month she can take her tests, but...
If she would win something like that, she would obviously save it for college.
Awesome. You guys think she can win it?
Absolutely. I think she can.
I think the people that shoot at this level, it's going to come down to who has the best day.
Awesome. That's everything I needed, Joe.
All right.
Good job.
Thank you.
You've made it this far in the video, and for that, we thank you. If you're enjoying the content, please consider subscribing. It helps the channel, and we'll keep the uploads coming.